So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Barrister NEZE, and this is NEZE Peperempe. We got a notification from the city that we're going to have thunderstorm. That it's going to rain heavily today. Ladies and gentlemen, I just said let me peep out when this so-called thunderstorm started. And I was seeing sprinkles. I was seeing press up. You know when Port Harcourt rain wants to start? When you start hearing you know, like you have to start running back home from the office, or else you're going to be stuck in traffic for 3 hours. You know those sprinkles, dripples. That's what I was seeing as the thunderstorm. I was like, if you guys want to see real rain, not this one that is drizzling that you guys are saying is thunderstorm. If you want to see real rain in its full glory, come to Nigeria. Come to Pitakwa. Anyways, guys, you're welcome to today's video. In today's chat, in today's gist, I'm going to be telling us 5 worst social media advisors that you should be careful taking, that is causing problem in people's lives. You guys know I'm a social media person, right? So when I tell you this advice, you gotta take it with a pinch of salt and sugar and Maggi. You best believe me. And we're gonna dive right into the video. The first one is do what makes you happy. This is probably one of the most popular advices on social media now. And to be fair, I sort of understand why it became popular. You know, for a long time, many people, especially women, lived their lives trying to please everybody else. From their parents, spouses, society, religion, culture, while completely neglecting themselves. So the do what makes you happy quote was meant to encourage people to stop living entirely for others. Fair enough, right? Now, the problem is that just like most things, we have taken it too far. Happiness is a temporal feeling, but the consequences of our actions is a forever something. If we all simply did whatever made us happy in the moment, many of us will quit our jobs, abandon difficult responsibilities, leave relationships whenever we get frustrated, stop exercising, stop saving money. Me, for one, I would eat cake for breakfast every single day with ice cream. The truth is that what makes us happy today may make us miserable tomorrow. For example, having an affair today can make you happy, right? But it can destroy your family, your relationship tomorrow. You may be in school scrolling through Instagram and TikTok all day when you have an exam instead of studying. That's making you happy. But the consequences of that happiness will come when you are studying at that exam board, checking your results at the end of the semester. So while in this pursuit for happiness and being consumed with just doing whatever makes us happy, we need to understand that happiness is an emotion. And just like many other emotions, it is not static. We still need to ask ourselves, what is logical? What will I do now and look back and I will regret? What will bring me lasting joy, not temporal satisfaction? What will bring me lasting joy, fulfillment, peace in the long run? What aligns with my values and my responsibilities, not just what makes me happy? Because happiness is a great and amazing passenger, but a terrible driver. The things that bring the most happiness in our lives in the long run often require us doing things that do not make us happy in the moment. Like exercising, weightlifting, strength training, studying hard, working hard. All of these things do not bring that happiness, that comfort when it's being done. But look at most of the things that we derive the most interim happiness from. They're the ones that are likely to be bad for us in the long run. Like eating anyhow, eating chocolate every day, like sitting there on your couch and watching television all day, like making rash, impulsive decisions. So happiness is best enjoyed, not obeyed. Happiness should not be the driver of your life. Let us not forget our brains when we're taking this advice of do what makes you happy, because that advice, it has ruined people in the long run. Number 2. Cut them off. This one, This is my favorite. This one makes me laugh so much. But before we go on, hey, have I mentioned, if you are new here, this is not NEZE. Oh, look down, this is another channel. If you're just coming across NEZE Peperempe for the first time, or if you've been watching us without subscribing, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, okay? Give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your thoughts down in the comment section. Subscribe to our premium channel. We are bringing a premium channel to NEZE Peperempe in a bit, but for now you can subscribe to the premium channel on NEZE. It is a powerful space where we discuss everything love, life, marriage, relationships, and self-building, self-worth, everything that can make us more solid, well-grounded versions of our authentic selves. There are so much that you're going to learn directly from me on that premium channel. So you can scan this code to join on school, or you can just join here on YouTube. I'm going to leave the links to join pinned in the comment section. All right, so the next one, cut them off. If the person does this, cut them off. If he does this, cut them off. Social media has made cutting people off look like a sign of wisdom, self-respect, and emotional maturity. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes people absolutely need to be cut off. If someone is abusive, dangerous, repeatedly harmful, or clearly acting with bad intention, by all means, you need to protect yourself from them. It's not everybody that deserves to be in our space. But the internet has taken this advice too far. These days, somebody annoys you once and people are shouting, cut them off. They forget to hail you on your birthday. You do not even know the reason. You do not even know what they are battling with. You don't even know whether they genuinely, with a good heart and conscience, forgot. Cut them off. You go to social media and they say, oh, you wish them happy birthday. You on their own birthdays. They didn't. Cut them off. They disagreed with you. Cut them off. They disappointed you. Cut them off. Really? You are not ready for human existence. Human beings are annoying. You are annoying. I am annoying. We all hurt people sometimes. Before cutting someone off, remember I said that there are some situations that warrant people to be kept far away from us, right? Before we do that, there are key questions that we need to ask. The major question we need to ask is not, how did what they did make me feel? Because if how we feel should be the driver, should be what should motivate or inspire us to cut people off, how we feel, feelings, then at every point in our lives, there should be one reason or the other to cut everybody. We'll all be islands. The better question to ask is, what was their intention? Was it fueled by hate, spite, destruction, pure betrayal? Was it a mistake? Was it poor judgment, which we all can fall prey to, or we all can be guilty of? Was it just immaturity? Was it ignorance? Was it stress? Or was there actual malice behind their conduct? Was this person out to crush me, to hurt me, to destroy me? A friend, for example, that goes behind your back to spew hate, to tell your husband lies or bad things about you, or secrets that you told them in confidence, is driven by hatred and envy and has a clear motive to destroy. That person must be avoided by all costs. That person knows what they are doing. But a friend, for example, who gave you a bad advice, may not be trying to sabotage you. They may simply lack wisdom, experience, or perspective. Given the same situation, that friend might have applied that same bad advice to themselves. They didn't tell you that because they want to see you go under. Now, if you narrate that on social media, that see what my friend told me, I was going through this, see what my friend told me, what you hear is, cut that friend off. She is an enemy. She may not be an enemy. She may just be acting at the level of where her own common sense reach. You have to be able to distinguish the underlying intent before you go around severing bonds and ending human capital. Another thing that people forget is that human beings grow. The way I handled friendship 10 years ago is very different from how I would handle them today. What is even 10 years? Even 4 years ago. Does it mean that 10 years ago I was a wicked friend that wanted evil to befall my friends? No, it means that I have matured. I have learned. I have grown. The same grace that we give ourselves for growth, we should sometimes extend to others. And do you know the funny thing about what I've noticed about these ladies, these kinds of women that are like, cut them off, that easily cut off friendships, like as if they are cutting pawpaw. These same kinds of women, patriarchy princesses, they will give a romantic partner 1 million chances, but their own friend, one mistake, one misunderstanding, one bad season, and the friendship is over. Many people have lost relationships because they confused disappointment with danger. Disappointment is not danger. Disappointment can be felt even in the best relationships. So if you are this kind of person that goes around severing bonds at any slight disappointment or inconvenience, it wouldn't be long before you see that you are alone, because humans, we all are flawed. So no, not every situation or everybody needs to be cut off. Sometimes what you need is to have a conversation. Sometimes you simply need to adjust your expectation of that friendship. For example, a person that you thought is a close friend traveled all the way from somewhere and came to your city and didn't tell you that they are in your city throughout their stay and left. It's disappointing because maybe you feel you wouldn't do that to that person, right? You have a high expectation of that friendship or of what that friendship is, the degree of that friendship. But instead of blocking off, becoming enemies, cutting off, stop taking their calls, just burning the bridge, you can simply place that friendship, take that friendship and place it at the level that the person has shown you it should be and leave it there. Or maybe let's use pregnancy. I know this one can be a bit tricky and sensitive for a lot of people, especially from our culture where we believe that everybody is trying to, if we face any problem, we always link it to, it being spiritually engineered. Somebody or something somewhere is trying to harm me or hurt me, But for example, let me say I'm pregnant. When I'm pregnant, from my first child to my fourth, whenever I get pregnant, I call my mother, I call my mother-in-law, I call my very close friends, and I tell them, yes. Because I work in a bank, not even for that reason, I'm just giving you a picture. Whether or not I work in a bank, I will still do it. Okay, that's me. But someone like me now, I work in a bank. I was working in customer service at a point in my career where every day I see and interface and interact and meet with at least 200 people every day. Both the people I know or people that don't know, people that know me, childhood friends, strangers, I meet with at least and interact with at least 200 people that see me and know that I'm pregnant. Times that 200 people times 30 in a month, then times it by the 9 months to tell you the thousands of people that get to know that I am pregnant just by me sitting in the bank. Not to talk about me going to the market, me running to somebody on the streets. So if all of these thousands and millions of people that know I'm pregnant, they couldn't hurt me, is my friend that is maybe in Canada that if I tell, that pregnancy would be terminated, right? That's the mindset of many of us. Is that friend that if I tell, I will lose the pregnancy, the baby will die. Then that person has no reason to be your friend in the first place. Don't call that person your friend. If hundreds of other people can know you're pregnant, you are going for antenatal, people are seeing you, doctor is seeing you, everybody is seeing you, all those people are not witches, but it's your friend that you cannot tell, so the baby will survive, then that person is not your friend. If such a person does that to me, if a person I have such regard for as a friend, I'm open to, does that to me, I will know that this person is not my friend. This friendship is lopsided, it is unilateral. I'll take that friendship from that high shelf where I kept it and shove it to the bottom layer where the person belongs. I do not need to become that person's enemy. Who knows, tomorrow that person might grow into a more mature or a different mindset. But what I have done is put the person where they belong without necessarily creating enmity between the both of us. If tomorrow the person grows to appreciate or see life differently, I haven't succeeded in burning bridges. I have just placed the friendship where it belongs. So sometimes what you need is repackaging the friendship and putting it where it belongs. Sometimes what you need is just understanding the role that person is capable of playing in your life and leave it there. Some friends are made for groove. Some friends are made for secrets. Some friends are made for prayers, sharing intimate conversations. Some friends are for career growth, when you want someone to ginger you to take a professional exam. Every friend might have their role. So sometimes it's about understanding the role of that friendship in your life. When that friendship changes in the future, there will always be room to adjust it if need be. So my dear people, in conclusion, while cutting off those who need to be cut off is necessary, sometimes let us apply it with wisdom. Number 3, the third one I would like us to talk about is it is a red flag. He is a red flag. She is a red flag. The red flag trend. And this one is the most common pieces of advice on social media today. There is a long list of red flags. Everybody, in fact, all of us, we are all walking red flags. Everybody is making their list. I feel sorry for single people, for people who never marry, because what is left to marry when everybody is a walking red flag now? So let me explain how this one works. Genuine red flags absolutely exist, and they should exist. Red flags are what signals, they're like our signals that should stop us from entering danger zone. That's why it's called red. Red means danger. Oh boy, see danger. Abort mission. So they should exist. Things like outright abuse. There's some non-negotiables. Abuse, cruelty. How can you walk into a marriage with a cruel person that is being cruel to you? Are you an animal that you enjoy bestiality? Things like repeated cheating and infidelity with outright disrespect. There's the one of, hey, I don't want my wife for halal coding. When they catch you, you apologize. There's the one of, who are you? If you cannot get out, bring the woman into the home. If you cannot, those ones are two. You now decide which one is red and which one is amber for you. So repeated cheating with outright disrespect on a child. There are some things that they suggest a significant risk of harm that I believe that a normal human being with a healthy dose of self-esteem should not see and walk into. But what I have seen now is that this term red flag has now been stretched so much that people now label almost anything that they dislike as red flag. But the truth is that a red flag is supposed to signal danger, not just difference, not just incompatibility, not immaturity of somebody that you see that this person admits it and is willing to grow and improve. Things like poor communication, cultural differences, personal traits, or areas where growth may be needed. The person is not there yet, but growth can happen and may be needed. All of these should not just be automatic red flags. I remember one of my friends who is not married. She came to visit me and she was telling me about she went on a date or dating site. This before the guy could do this, she has flagged it as a red flag. She has aborted with him, aborted mission before the guy could do this. The next guy, she has already signaled it as red flag. I had to call her. I had to sit her down and give her some practical counseling. And that's why I like that our book, The Unbroken Spirit. If you haven't purchased a copy, please go and buy a copy of that book, because there is a lot out there now that if you don't apply wisdom, if you're not well guided, you might find yourself severing relationships. You might find yourself throwing away furniture that needed amending instead of discarding. So in that book, I spoke about realistic boundaries and red flags, realistic ones, not ambiguous, fancy ones that would delude us into seeking for perfection. So I had to coach her, and now she's doing a lot better in the dating pool. So it's not everything that is a red flag. Before you run, you need to ask yourself whether this behavior genuinely suggests a risk of future harm, or whether it is simply something that you personally do not fancy. Because the truth is that if everything becomes a red flag, people will end up running away from good people. They will only attract pretenders that can package perfection for you. You will end up running away from valuable relationships, from opportunities for growth, while mistaking normal human imperfections for outright warning signs of disaster. No. What may be screaming red flag for one person may just be amber, an amber flag for another, giving your own peculiar situation which is different from that other person's own. And I'll give you an example. Marrying into a family that does not like you can be a red flag, or it can be amber. Let me paint the two scenarios for you. The first scenario, you guys maybe live in a family house, right? Or you are living in the city of his birth where his whole family are resident. They're just a stone throw away from your home, or you live in the family house and he's a man who is attached to his family. You know, there's some men that are attached very close to their families, which is not a bad thing, right? And maybe he is still financially dependent on his family. His dad, his pop, still they do one or two things for him. He's a mommy's boy. Mommy said. When mommy says jump, he'll ask how high should I go. Every day he's on the phone, mommy, giving progress reports of everything that happens in his life and in his family. His family has a stronghold on him, makes decisions for him. A lot of his siblings are hungry, not doing anything, looking for who they would blame for their misfortunes. Marrying into that family when they don't like you, that is pure red flag. Now, the second scenario, his family does not like you, right? You're not their best friend. But the man lives abroad, or you guys live abroad. You guys met in America. He's been living there for a long time. And that's where you guys live. So that's where you are going to raise a family. That's where you are going to be residents. His family are back home. He hardly visits. He has not visited in like 10 years. He's a guy that is firm, a man of his words. He's not the type that can be easily swayed or, manipulated or controlled. He is a strong-willed person. In fact, now them they fear Ram. Is his family that are even scared of him. They know not to cross him. And he has his own money, you have yours. So even if something happens in the future, you are not going to be dependent on his family for anything. You know small, you gallant yourself. So neither you nor the man is dependent on that family. You are not under their direct influence or control. You are not physically accessible or reachable to them. Everybody face your front. He calls once in 2 weeks or once in a month, greets them, sends them money when they need help. That flag is not red. That flag is amber. Despite it is the same situation, a man's family not liking you. But in this situation now, this second one, would I advise a woman in this case, a woman who has met a wonderful man who is head over heels in love with her, solid man, provider, everything, he checks the box, but his family does not like her. Would I advise a woman in this case number 2 to leave? No, I will not. Would I advise a woman in the first case to go into that kind of family and that kind of marriage? I wouldn't advise such a woman. So you can see the same flag can either be red, yellow, amber, green, depending on how the ray of sun hits it. Don't you know that, for example, a mommy's boy, which a lot of people consider red flag, one mommy, where his mother loves you so much, is a different flag from a mommy's boy where the mother hates you. But on social media, you hear that if a man is so into his mother, it's a red flag, don't go, it's a red flag, run. But if that mother loves you very well, despite the man is a mommy's boy, the woman will carry both you, her son, all of you will be momming together and loving each other. She would not bother you, she would, love you and all of that. So it's always good for us to, before we take this advice, hook, line, and sinker, for us to calm down and analyze well. Comma, fool everybody body. Right? It's only that some bulls are worse, but some bulls are manageable. So you need to analyze the flag very well and choose what you can deal with. Choose your deal breakers, because deal breakers are subjective. As long as there is no abuse or cruelty, apply it to your own taste. Good. Point 4. Just manifest it. This one. I don't know what is going on though. Maybe I don't know how to do it very well, because I've been trying to manifest $5 million since I came to this Canada, to no avail. What is going on? Who is going to help me? Teach me how you will do this manifestation. Manifest it. This is one of the pieces of advice that are very popular on social media now. How did you bag this job? I manifested it. How did you get such a great husband? I manifested him. Wait till they play. Now, listen. I agree that this manifesting trend on social media sounds really empowering because, it encourages people to believe in possibilities and think positively. But many people have taken it to mean that simply wanting something from the depth of your heart so badly, visualizing it and speaking it into existence, or posting affirmative quotes on social media or on the mirror of your bathroom is enough to make it happen. Nope. 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 In reality, most meaningful achievements are born from action, sacrifice, consistency, building skills, planning, resilience, surmounting weather challenges, and years of effort. Now, while there is nothing wrong with having faith and optimism and a positive mindset, I have it too. But let me tell you the truth. No amount of manifestation will build you a business that you refuse to start or that you didn't start. No amount of manifestation will improve your marriage if you do not put the work into it. Manifestation does not help you lose weight, but not be manifestation help me lose weight. For years, I have struggled, I have failed, I have battled, I have come back and fell off the radar again. Manifestation does not help you lose weight. If you do not change your habits and get new habits, you are obese. You know that you do not like how you look. You know that you would get a lot of confidence if you improve your looks by losing weight. But rather than put the work in, you wake up in the morning and you recite 5 times when you wake up, I am beautiful, I am amazing, I am perfect. His manifestation, self-delusion or what? After bathing and you wear clothes, you will still feel like a sack of potatoes. See, you need to do the work while manifesting. I don't know what this manifestation is all about. Let me know down in the comment section. But I want to assure you that you need to do the work while manifesting. Manifesting and motivation without action is just daydreaming. So, all those who would have given you advice that you manifest this, you manifest that, they also need to tell you the other part of the action parts that they had to do and undergo before that thing they were manifesting came to light. All right, now the last but not the least. I hope this is the last but not the least. I'll confirm. Is this the first one or the fifth one? You don't owe anyone anything. You say what? Kilo sorrow, kilo shele. You don't owe anyone anything is another piece of advice that sounds powerful on social media, but becomes problematic when applied to real life. Now, that advice may sound liberating because it encourages people to just stop living entirely for the approval and validation of others, right? But when it is taken and applied literally, it is a disaster. You know why? Because healthy relationships, families, friendships, communities, and societies are built on obligations which should be mutual. When they are healthy, obligations should be mutual. You owe your children provision and protection. You owe your parents. I don't know about you, but I owe my parents who raised me to be what I am today. I owe them care in their old age. I know you've come on, so I'm sure many of you have come on social media and you've heard that advice, that talk. You don't owe your parents, children don't owe their parents, your children don't owe you. Me, I owe my parents care, and I would discharge that obligation to the best of my abilities and capacity. You owe your spouse commitment and accountability. I owe my spouse commitment and accountability. You owe your employer the work that you are paid to do. You owe your friends basic decency. So you cannot have a friend and you guys, there's some expectations of friendships that you owe them. You cannot just leave them high and dry. You cannot just not be there for them at the moments where they need you. You cannot just cancel on them and you say, I am all that matters. I don't owe anybody anything. What do you mean? You owe the people who love you consideration and respect. You owe other people, other users of public spaces, courtesy, basic courtesy. You owe people, we owe people. You cannot be acting like a hermit under the guise of I don't owe anybody anything. We are not animals. So while it is true that we do not owe everyone unlimited access to our time, energy, peace of mind, and all of those things we're telling ourselves now, yes. But the idea that you owe nobody anything, ignoring the fact that meaningful relationships require responsibility, require reciprocity. You don't know, it requires sacrifice. Yes, you don't feel like going out, so I don't owe anybody. Who told you? If that person is a friend, you owe that person. If that person is a good friend, you owe that person sacrificing to make them happy to an extent, as long as you don't throw yourself under the bus all the time. Relationships is about sacrificing. It cannot just be according to your whims and caprices, according to how you want it, when you want it, and where you want it. And after we start complaining, I'm not lucky with friends. How can you be lucky? If one or two friends betray you, you can say, yes, it happens. But where all your friends, none of them last. You check yourself. How do you treat friendships? You don't owe anybody anything. You owe. We all owe. And we should honor the responsibilities that come with the relationships we keep. If you don't owe anybody anything, go and live in the wild. We all owe others something. And giving it doesn't make us weak or doesn't make us people pleasers. It just makes us decent human beings. So, my dear darlings, there are a lot of great advice online, right? But we just need to know that only a few people speak from a dispassionate lens. Most of the takes that you find online come from people's personal experiences, their biases, their wounds, their beliefs, their unique circumstances. You can go online and hear somebody, for example, giving friendship advice, but it is based on a toxic friendship that they had, and you take it and apply it to the most beautiful friendship that you've ever had, and you destroy it. Or a woman giving advice, marriage advice, based on a painful divorce and a painful experience with a narcissist ex-husband, and you carry it and you apply it on a healthy, supportive, loyal man and marriage. No. Because that same advice that can save one person can ruin another person. So it is good to learn from everybody, listen to different perspectives, borrow wisdom from wherever you find it. But while doing so, you don't switch off your brain and apply every popular quote, every trend, every viral statement to your life. We need to learn to filter advice through wisdom, through context. It should be contextual, through common sense, through your own values, your own unique situation, knowing when it applies and when it doesn't, and when it needs to be modified and adjusted to suit your own reality. Wisdom is not just about knowing what to do. It's knowing when, where, how, and for whom to do it. So I hope that we have gotten something from today's video. Let us know down in the comment section which of these advices you run with, which of them you do not quite agree with, which other ones can you add that I didn't mention in this video that is very popular on social media but you do not quite agree with. Let us share all our thoughts down in the comment section. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's chat. If you're new here, you are seeing my face for the first time, or if you have been watching us without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's just down there. It lets us know that you are enjoying what we do here. Don't forget to join our exclusive channel. As I mentioned, it is a resourceful hub where you can get so much knowledge around love, life, relationship, self-worth, building character, everything, improving ourselves to be the best versions of ourselves. There's so much you can get from that exclusive platform where I curate premium videos just for us. You can join by scanning this code, or even preferably joining here on YouTube by accessing the links I'm gonna pin down in the comment section. It's me, your girl Barrister NEZE, and this is NEZE Peperempe. I'll see you guys in our next one. For now, bye. Mwah.